Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw the update that they just released all the pictures and specs on the upcoming Chevy Silverado half ton. Now obviously this is a 2026 and the order books, from what I have been told, are closed on these now. So if you would like to buy this truck, be sure to check out King Garb Chevrolet. And if you would like to order a 2027, I did get confirmation from the sales managers and the general manager that they're going to do special pricing for 10 orders. I'm talking about special orders. So if you've never done it before, if you don't live in Utah, that's okay. You can fly out here. We have beautiful, beautiful views. And I'm telling you guys, special pricing on all trim levels. So be sure to reach out to them. I have the number here. You can text the number down below so you can get on the list. Just get on the list, and when the order books open up, you can get your spot and spec out your truck. I do know this. If they get a lot of orders here, they might do maybe 20 in total. And if that's the case, what happens is GM gives a lot of allocations to areas that get orders in, right? So when they put orders in the system, they can get more allocations, which mean you can have a guaranteed spot for your truck. So let's go ahead and check out this article and let's see what they are going to be changing for these upcoming Silverados. Now I found this article on Car and Driver, and I feel like this title was so savage I had to read this article off of there. So it says here, 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500 makes the Ford's F-150 and Ram's trucks look old. That is insane. I can't wait to see this. I have not seen it yet because I just saw this article and I drove over here to King Garb. But it says here, there's a reason full-size pickup trucks are the most popular vehicles in America. Not only are their large footprints perfectly suited for the wide open spaces of the country's heartland, but they're also incredibly versatile, and I agree with that, offering countless configurations and cabins that are nicer than some Cadillacs. Like with sports fandom, domestic trucks have a loyal following that makes the reveal of a new generation a big event, and the spotlight is now on the 27 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's been 8 years since Chevy introduced an all-new Silverado, and this new generation looks more modern than its rivals. While the Ford F-150 and Ram 1500 have played it safe with subtle styling evolutions, the outgoing Silverado's extroverted design received mixed reactions. Chevy's newest half-ton truck is more traditionally handsome, with more cohesive bodywork that's highlighted by more pronounced fenders. Along with new LED taillights, the Silverado's distinctive lighting signature surrounds LED headlights that can play animations to greet owners. There's also a 3-foot wide third brake light on the back of the cab, and the available sliding rear window is now more discreet. Plus, almost every model comes with dual exhaust pipes. Now really quickly, I am going to do a separate video for Trail Boss and ZR2 because those are the most popular trim levels. They're probably going to mention it in this, but I want to do a separate video simply because I know more people are interested in those. So subscribe to the channel, video coming soon. We're still waiting on specific dimensions for the new Silverado, but Chevy plans to reveal those details down the road. The same goes for the engine specs. Though we do know the truck will retain the familiar 2.7 liter turbo 4, which now gets the otherwise standard 10-speed automatic transmission, and the Duramax diesel 3-liter straight 6. They're joined by two all-new V8s with the 5.7 liter and 6.6 liter engines, replacing the old 5.3 liter and 6.2 liter mills. Chevy promises the largest engine will be the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 in the segment, but we're unsure if that includes the 470 horsepower 6.4 liter Hemi V8 that powers recently revealed Ram 1500 Rumblebee 392. Either way, we'll find out for sure in the coming months. Alright, really quickly, we're about to talk about the interior. Do you guys remember back in 2018 when they redesigned this current generation Silverado? It got a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people were very disappointed with that interior, especially after Ram revealed their interior. So let's see what they have done for the interior. Unlike before, Chevy isn't locking the nicest driver interface behind a paywall. Now, Every Silverado comes with a 12.2-inch digital gauge cluster and a 16.3-inch center touchscreen, which includes wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That may go away, by the way. Of course, paying extra for the fanciest trims does unlock an 11.5-inch touchscreen for the front passenger, a head-up display, and a digital rearview mirror. The ZR2's cabin is dressed up with torch red accents that trace the seatbelt edges, and believe it or not, it's the first GM vehicle with exotic forged carbon interior trim. For the bougie types, the High Country leans towards the elegant end of the spectrum with real wood elements, upscale upholstery, and available micro-suede surfaces. The High Country is also the first Silverado to have a panoramic sunroof. Finally! Thank you, Chevy. Something its competitors have had for years. This new generation also introduces a multi-flex center console with nearly 25 liters of cargo space that apes the F-150's desk-like work surface. I wonder if they meant to put Apex. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery after all. Still, since every Silverado has a column shifter, there's no traditional gear lever to get in the way. Thank you, Chevy. That is such a good point. Chevy didn't get carried away with the touch button trend either, graciously keeping physical knobs for the volume settings and the climate control. And trucks equipped with GM's Super Cruise semi-autonomous drive mode enjoy bragging rights because it's the only system that works while towing a trailer. Max tow figures and payload ratings are coming later. Now, before we discuss some of the off-road updates, I wanted to show you really quickly these three trims. So these are the top trims: High Country, ZR2, Trail Boss. Okay, now real quickly, what do you guys think about the wheels? In the comment section, do you like the new wheel design? You guys see the fog lights, the headlights definitely look a lot better than I think the current model for sure. And you guys see the bumper style fog light, but this wheel looks pretty decent, I would say. But man, this Trail Boss looks killer, guys. Look at that hood and look at the wheel design. I think that looks just as good as the ZR2. So man, they might be competing with themselves here in a second, but I want to show you guys the custom trim level. I thought this was really handsome. So if you are in the market, I think that because you're getting the same screens across the board, this custom looks amazing. I love the like black plastic fender flare and the wheel design. Still has the LED headlights. Silverado is basically replacing the LT trim level, and there's no longer an LTZ if you didn't see my last video. So let's go ahead and end off talking about some of the off-road updates. Now it says here, if you want to take the new Silverado off-road and lower your risk of getting stuck, Chevy continues to offer multiple options. For starters, the popular Z71 package is now standard on four-wheel drive models, bringing in off-road ready suspension, underbody skid plates, and hill descent control. The custom Trail Boss remains the starting point to more serious hardware, and we expect it to have the most affordable asking price. It comes with 34-inch tall all-terrain tires and a 2-inch suspension lift, which are also found on the better equipped Trail Boss. So one thing I want you guys to know real quickly, because I'm really excited about this. I pulled the key for this one. This is the R2, if you don't know. This truck is basically $76,000. Check out Ken Garff's website to see what the pricing is for discount. You guys see right there? I am so happy that they're getting rid of this and putting it here. So all the trucks are gonna have a column shifter. I love that. I don't understand why the manufacturers, especially for trucks, think that people want a car style selector or even a dial style selector in the Ram trucks. And something else to consider too, I don't know if I read it wrong, but maybe someone wants to clarify in the comment section. It looks like they're only reserving the twin panel for the High Country. If that's the case, that's dumb. They better not do that. And I would like to see just a slightly nicer interior option for the ZR2. Like, this is nice, don't get me wrong, but I think that they should play on what the AT4X has done. Just make it a little bit more, I guess, sporty and luxury. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do. Now, again, I love the fact that now you get the same screens in all the trim levels. Now, when you get the higher one, as it says though, you are going to get a passenger screen on this side here. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in terms of like just the overall seat comfort, because that was a big deal. Also, we're going to probably find out soon enough about the fuel tank capacity. I've heard that they're going to try to get to like 1,000 miles, close to it at least, with the Duramax diesel, which tells me they're going to probably increase the tank size. So all in all, you're going to still have your hard buttons here, which is nice. A lot of the manufacturers are getting away from that, like Ram. Like, you have less controls for your climate, which I like to see on these trucks. So again, overall, this interior is nice, but I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future. This is a really big deal. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. As I said, we're going to be doing a video on the ZR2 and Trail Boss, so you don't want to miss that upload. So subscribe, make sure the bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.